Hello guys, and yeah, cooking with Peach. Another one. This time to help get rid of some the aggression I have maybe. I think I need something sweet, so I'm gonna make blueberry pie. So I'm gonna be using 110 grams of almond flour. So, let's see. 42, 91. Alright, let's do that much. How much is that? 108. Perfect. The good thing about cooking and baking and stuff like that, it's not a precise science. Sometimes I think I use like 100 grams almond flour, maybe like 120 grams of the next one, which is vetemjöl. Just regular all-purpose flour, and gonna be adding 110 grams of that as well. So let's see. Alright, that was 120 grams. Just close it. And then we're going to be using 2 tablespoons of erythritol. And don't need the scale anymore. 2 tablespoons of erythritol. And I mean, you don't need to use erythritol, you could use, I'm gonna be using 3 different sweeteners. But you could just use regular sugar, maybe just use erythritol or whatever. So 2 tablespoons of erythritol, 2 tablespoons of white sugar, and 2 tablespoons of this brown farine. It's basically just sugar with maltodextrin, which is sugar, rörsocker, so cane sugar syrup. Yeah, that's what it is. Sugar, sugar, and sugar. So I'm gonna be using 2 tablespoons of this. And just close the erythritol. Because what I normally do, as you're gonna see later, I'm not gonna do it this time, I'm gonna try something different. I tend to use maybe like half a tablespoon more of erythritol with the berries later on. But I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm gonna be using something else. So yeah, I'm gonna use a spoon, just mix the dry ingredients. Wait. And a little bit of salt. Just a little bit, because I use salted butter, like normal salted butter, so don't need a lot of extra salt. And just mixing the ingredients together until you don't see any clumps of anything. Yeah. Make sure to scrape the bottom, because that's where it tends to not mix very well. No, it looks good. This is how the dough looks. And now the berries we're going to use are blueberries. and I'm just gonna cover the entire bottom of this. I've tried this recipe with like blueberries, like I'm doing now, raspberries, strawberries, björnbär, which is bear berries, but I think that's something that it's called something different in English. What? I don't know. Black wine berries. Like, we'll try this recipe with pretty much every type of berry and combinations with berries. And I mean, tends to be good no matter what. But the difference I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna be using a little bit of vanilla sugar with the berries. I'm thinking a teaspoon should be fine. Because I think if I use more than that, it's gonna become too sweet. Alright, and just potatismjöl, which is potato starch, and oh god. Yeah, it's not here. Normally I have like this thing to make powder the potato starch. A sieve, but I don't have it at the moment, so just gonna do it like this. Should be fine. And how much potato starch or potato flour is what this is called. I think it's called like potato starch in English. I guess it depends on the berries, but I mean, a general rule is that, you want to spill it on yourself. That's very important for the recipe. So I'm gonna use like 2.5 teaspoons. And then just mix it all around. Kind of want to cover the berries. And this is why I don't put butter on the bottom of this. Because of all the starch and all that you're putting, it's going to, you know, cover the bottom and the sides. And I've never had it stick, but I mean, when my mom has made this, she butters it. And I will be honest, I don't notice any difference, but I mean, you can't butter it, it's not gonna affect how the cake turns out. But you want it to be decently powdery, because you want it to suck like the extra liquids. Like looking at this, I think it's okay. I mean, some of them are not covered. Probably because I missed. So I should have put basically 3 teaspoons, because like almost half of a teaspoon I spilled on myself, but yeah. I would say it's fine. I don't want to open the bag again. So yeah, this is done. And this right here is 150 grams of butter, and I guess you want it to be at room temperature. This is not room temperature, it's cold, but should be fine. We'll see if I can do it myself to make it into a dough. If I can't, well, we're gonna pause this and my mom's gonna do it, and then we're gonna be back. So there we go. Okay, yeah, I can already tell that I'm not gonna be able to do it because I cannot even crush the butter. So we are gonna pause this. Ja, mamma, jag behöver din hjälp. Alright, my mom has mixed it now, and you want it to look like this, you know, when it sticks to itself and it kind of is like a clean dough. If I just show by pushing a spoon into it, you want it to be like that. And what you want to do now is you want to flatten it to the size of your pan. You want to make it as large as the size of whatever container you're using for your pie. Alright, yeah, and you just push it out like this until it becomes basically the size of your God, what is it called in English?
Pan.
Is it just called pan?
Cake pan? Cake pan?
I don't know.
I think it's a cake pan.
Alright, and now I tend to do, well, I actually tend to have something under this as protection, but not this time.
Du tar en kant och sen så kommer det.
Just put it over like this and then slowly tease it off. Probably should have done the other way first so you guys could see, but I didn't. Alright, there we go.
Det ramlar på den här sidan.
Yes, yes. Den. And just fix the holes. And doesn't have to be beautiful. But you want to keep it kind of like the same amount of dough across it. Even though I will be honest, I haven't really noticed like that there's like there's gonna be some parts of the dough that's raw, some parts that aren't, because how long you cook it probably doesn't matter if it is a bit different. I take a fork and I do all the way across. Just to let the steam escape. And I tend to go all the way down. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Alright, and now it's in the oven. And we're going to leave it there for around 20 to 25 minutes, or until it becomes, you know, brown. And yeah, like in the middle of the oven. I don't know if it matters exactly where you put it actually, but
Does matter?
my mom says it does. Alright, after 25 minutes, this is how it looks. And yeah, I mean, now just wait until it cools down. Then eat. Gonna use some vanilla sauce. Not on top here, like when you pick your piece and you put some vanilla sauce. Hello, and yeah, this is the pie with the sauce, the vanilla sauce. It's been a little bit over half an hour since it was done. It's good. I can't really tell a difference between just using like a little bit of erythritol with the berries and using the vanilla sugar. So either more vanilla sugar or just use erythritol, I guess. It's good. I really like how the crust ends up. I mean, you don't need to use almond, but I think it becomes more delicious when mixing the almond and the regular flour. But making it only almond is probably worse than making it only regular flour. And I also tried this one, so that instead of using butter, I used coconut oil. Didn't turn out very well. So I think the butter is important